You want to know why I'm not having an aneurysm over people losing their food stamps on November 1st? Here's why.
Come grocery shop with us.
I tell you what, how about this instead? If you're on food stamps, you get a pre-selected box of meat, bread, rice, food staples, and fruits and vegetables. No more handing you a debit card filled with other people's cash for you to go load up on Oreos. The goal here is to keep you from starving because taxpayers do not need to bankroll your junk food pantry or your health problems.
You know, that's a good idea. I can't say I disagree with that. One box of food that's determined what you could get and not all this other foolishness that's going on. What do you guys think? You think she's being harsh, or you think that's a good idea to better use the funds for what it was intended, nutritional purposes? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Robert here. Today we're talking about the food stamps or the SNAP benefits being cut off and how it's affecting families. I wanted to look at it from a different lens and make sure I'm not being judgmental or looking down my nose, because there's a lot of folks that depend on that type of benefit to feed themselves. But it makes it real hard when you have folks like this that keep hopping up on the internet showing you what they're doing. Let's continue.
Hear me out. Went and got my nails done earlier because I work and I can pay for those, right? The whole topic of conversation in there was how in the state of Tennessee, the governor has declared that there'll be no food stamps or WIC for the month of November. And there was a lot of hooping and hollering and complaining in there that they don't know how they're going to feed their babies or get their babies milk. But was in there getting their nails done, their lashes done, getting designs put on it, and this, that, and the other. I raised 2 children by myself. I did get WIC. And I did get food stamps until they were 6 months old, both of them. I'm very, very grateful for it. I still praise Jesus for it. I believe it is designed to help you when you have no other choice until you can get a job and support yourself, okay? Do not act like I'm saying that food stamps and WIC is wrong. But at the same time, I was not going to get my nails done and my lashes done and special designs on it and then sitting there acting like it was my state's obligation to get my kids milk. How about not get your nails done if you're worried about your children not having milk in the month of November?
So I could hear you now. Robert, you always showing only one side of the story. I'm just showing what folks are putting online. It blows my mind why you would want to tell all your business, but a lot of people do. Some of you guys say that they're trolling or, it's entertainment or what have you. But I beg to differ, because you know somebody like the folks that we just have seen. But here's the deal, is that everybody, I don't think that's the case. We know elderly barely receive any benefits. We know that some of the children of these folks that make bad decisions are suffering as a result of their parents, no fault of their own. And there's some common themes. They're going to the grocery store. At the grocery store, it looked, like the First Lady said, it looked like a snack pantry. Didn't really see any nutritional type choices. And we're just pointing out what people are showing. But also, too, for those of us that can see this part and it really ruffles your feathers, also know that there's folks that go to work. They only make a certain amount of money and they need some help. And that's something that I want to challenge all of us not to forget. As she just said, at one point in time, she needed some help. But the key is this: we can't turn the help into a lifetime. It's got to be for a season. So I was talking to someone that reached out on a consultation. If you're watching this, shout out to you. Won't say your name. But we had a real deep conversation and talking about some of what they call ancestors, people that have come before us. The point that I was making and she was making were both valid, but at the end of the day, it comes down to accountability and responsibility. If you're elderly, and that's been defined now, folks that are over 64 or 65 and up, makes sense to me. if you're a child or children, if you're truly mentally or physically and mentally disabled, we got to look out for you. But everybody else, y'all are tripping. And then we get the proof because you're buying a bunch of junk food and putting it on social media. That's pride personified. You're in the nail salon complaining about benefits being cut off. Got to hear what's happening. Nobody has a problem with you getting your nails done, hair done, none of that. I understand how you ladies want to move, but got to pay for it. You can't expect those folks that are working to pay for it because you start losing the sympathy. There was a thing on the internet for a while this year talking about fatigue, certain types of fatigue. This is one of those fatigue. You always are the one in need, okay? And nothing's wrong with you, for real. You just don't want to work. And so if you need help, it's there for a period of time, not for a lifetime. That's what I'm saying. What do you guys say? Do you think these folks are being harsh? Do you think I'm being harsh? Or do you think we have a point, and can we come to a middle ground? Because at some point in time, you have to make a change. You can't continue doing the same thing. That's called insanity.
So we got people out here crashing out because a lot of people are not showing any sympathy for the possibility of those people that get food stamps not getting them in the month of November. You know how many people I've seen sell food stamps to get their hair done, nails done, their toes done, buy an outfit to go to the club, drugs? A lot. If I've seen it, other people seen it. I've seen people, women, get a new man. The man got the food stamp. Now, the food stamp is for her and her kids. The man has the food stamp card and he in the grocery store buying shit that he wants. People see that shit. Some kids go to school and get breakfast and lunch, no dinner, because mama and I sold the food stamps. Don't get me wrong. It's not everybody. So they're like, who cares? And people are saying, well, what about my kids? Well, yeah. What about your kids when you had the food stamps? You out there selling them. What did you think about your children then? People are seeing this, and people are like, well, nobody don't care. You don't go through no hardships. You know, this and third. You can't say people hadn't gone through hardships. People just deal with them differently. Girl coming here, she was talking about them food stamps. And, you know, I asked the question only as Aunt Viv can. I said, are you mad that you might not get food stamps to feed your kids, or are you mad that you might not get food stamps to sell this month? And she got mad. And I was like, I'm just asking the question. I say, because you sell your food stamps every month. I'm like, so which are you mad at? You mad at that you know, you got to go out there and spend money and feed your kids, and you don't have them food stamps to sell and have the extra money in your pocket that you don't want to spend your money on? Are you mad at that? Let me know. And she got mad, but only Aunt Viv can ask that question. So shit's about to get real. Instead of y'all moaning and groaning about it, y'all got to come up with a plan, because y'all worrying about November. Y'all better think about 6 months to a year down the road, or the next 4 years, because this administration is trying to cut off all that. Some Democrats did to give people, to make people's life a little bit easier. They're about to cut all that off. And some of that shit needs to be cut off, real talk, because people have been taking advantage of the system and abusing it and depending on that. Not everybody, but some. So yeah, they about to cut that off. They about to cut off. Y'all fussing about 1 month. Y'all better be thinking about the next 3 years. About to get real. They shut off Section 8. Y'all, because some people out there paying $50 a month. You got a pocket full of money, but you're paying $50 a month. So that money about to be gone, because you're going to have to go out there and actually pay that out of your pocket. That assistance you was getting to pay that light bill, and you just got the windows open and running the air conditioner, yeah, they about to cut that off too. So you're going to have to pay your own light bill. So life is about to start life for a lot of people. I see seniors, they give them $50 a month. What the fuck is $50 a month? Well, they $3 over the allotted amount of money. But you got this shit next door that can work. Got teenagers still getting food stamps, but won't work. Y'all ain't saying nothing to her. People see that. You got this veteran with PTSD. Can't work because he might choke somebody if you say the wrong thing or blink, or somebody drop a book. You won't give him anything. You got somebody that actually has a disability and need it. Well, you give him a little something, but you don't give him enough. But you got this chick here getting $2,000. Everybody has a different opinion. You may feel one way about the situation, and a whole lot of people may feel the other way. So only thing I can tell y'all, buckle down. It's about to be a bumpy ride.
V keeping it a buck. Not everybody. You heard her say it as well. That's the second time or the third time, because I've said it all the way through. The folks that should be getting the assistance don't seem to get it at all, or very, very minimum amount, an amount that really doesn't suffice. And so you got to ask yourself, why is that? I don't know. But I'm asking, maybe you guys can help. Let me know in the comment section, why does it seem like the able-bodied folks that could go out and work, why do they seem to get the most in help? And then the people that really need it, working poor, the elderly, for real, disabled folks that are really disabled, mental ill that are really mentally ill, why do they get very little or none at all? Let's run down our laundry list. So junk food, hair and nails and toes, right? Personal upkeep, and then selling food stamps. So she mentioned selling food stamps and asked the real question, only that an auntie could ask. And obviously she knew the young lady, because you got to watch asking questions nowadays, because some of these folks, it might be an issue. You might have to take it somewhere else that you didn't want to go. So be led by the Spirit when you're asking questions. I digress. What are you really mad about? Because see, if you were really concerned about your children, you make better choices. I'll just leave it there. I don't want to nitpick, but you'd make better choices, and you most definitely would not be selling the food stamps. So to me, it's not really about the kids. That's the excuse to pull the emotional card. But we really need to look out for those that need it, because as anything in life, that 80-20, what's that, Pareto's law? The few mess it up for the many across the board. And so don't forget that. Don't get jaded when you see these things, and understand, look around and understand that there's poor going to be with you. There's folks that are going to be needy with you. We got to look out for those people. What I would say to you is this: your blessings come from on high when you do that. So shout out to your auntie. Auntie V ain't no joke, huh?
Okay, so it's on the CNN News. So the month of November, they told all the southern states to hold back Section 8 and their EBT benefits, okay? So that means that no Thanksgiving and no Christmas, okay? So therefore, you know what? Whoop-de-doo, okay? Whoop-de-doo. Because let me tell you something, American people. It was only supposed to have been a temporary thing, okay? I'm hearing people all up on this internet here talking about what they're going to do. They was getting $4,200 a month. What they was going to do. They was getting $1,200 a month in food stamps. But they all on iPhones. You're on iPhones. You're on Android. That's a luxury, okay? To the government, that's a luxury, okay? To the government, you're not supposed to have cable, okay? To the government, there's a lot of things that was not prioritized right on Section 8, because Section 8, was supposed to be on it for 20 years, okay? To get food stamps, was supposed to get food stamps for 17 years. I hear one lady said that she had one child starting on it, but she got 6. How did you do that? Okay, I can understand maybe 1 or 2, the second one slipped out, but you had another 4 more. So my thing is, you don't get no sympathy for people like that, because my thing is, then I hear a lady that was in a wheelchair and she's sympathetic, but then she got 8 children. How you do that? How you lay down in the bedroom and you get 8 children and you're in a wheelchair? I don't understand. So my thing is, it was only supposed to be temporary, okay? So what you got to do, okay, because back in the days, we didn't have no Hot Pockets. Back in the days, we didn't have all this extra foolishness, juices up on the refrigerator, all kinds of cereals. Okay, you got to go back to the basics. You got to go back to oatmeal, and you got to go back to cornflakes, okay? Rice and chicken never gets old, okay? You're going to have to go back to cinnamon sugar on buttered toast. You got to go back to the basics. You got to go back to evaporated milk and sugar. That's your milk right there, honey, and put some little sweetener in it. And that's what you got to go back to. You got to go back to the basics. Grilled cheese and tomato soup. That never gets old, okay? You got to go back to Spam sandwiches. You got to go back to liverwurst, and you got to go back to those type of meats and stuff by the bulk, okay? Sardines and cans never get old, and crackers. You've got to go back to the basics, okay? So this is why you're not getting a lot of sympathy from American people, because we've been trying to get it out of the mud. Some of us only have $300 to $500 to last us to the next payday, and we got to divide that into 14 days, and we got to make it do what it do, okay? So that's why you're not getting a lot of sympathy from people who have to work, because we're paying for that. We're paying into that for you guys to live a life of luxury. I've seen people with see my nails. I do my nails myself because I cut that out because I'm trying to do some other things. I'm trying to work within myself and saying, Tina, what can you cut out to go ahead and save your pennies in the bank? Because I'm a saving woman. You understand me? So my thing is, this is why you're not being a lot of sympathy from the working class, is because we've got to get it out of the mud ourselves. The government ain't helping us. We're feeding into the system so you can have a better life. That's why. Okay? All right? God bless.
As Miss Tina said, God bless. I agree. In summary, here's the summation for me. Be humble, man. And if you are someone who is in need of help, nothing to be ashamed of. But don't take the help and turn it into an entitlement, unless you're someone who actually needs that, if you can't fend for yourself. Why? Because you won't get the sympathy and the compassion. Not saying it's right, but we all are humans. Those of you that are sensitive to this issue, I'm sure there's something in life that gets underneath your skin as well. And so in times like these, we all need to be more appreciative. Check out the video we did yesterday. Didn't get a lot of views, and that's fine. But to me, it's telling in that we gravitate towards drama opposed to a good message. And that's something that we need to work on. I understand the business. I understand how to do these things. But if you come to this channel, there's always going to be a positive message after you get here. And hopefully, for those of you that are supposed to rock with me, you appreciate that, because I appreciate you. And so with that, my time is up, but I thank you for yours. As I always say, guys, let's be good to one another. Let grace abound. Check out these videos here before you get out of here. And until the next time, indeed, y'all stay blessed.